What is up, guys? It's Warren here for Blue Cloud Creation X, and today is another tutorial, a really fun tutorial. So today I'm going to show you how to shoot objects in Unity. So we're making a platform shooter or 2D, or we're going to shoot objects in 2D. So we're going to show you how to shoot objects in 2D, and let's get cracking into it. So I'm going to open up Unity. This is our old scene project. Like normal, I'm going to remove this ball, and then I'm going to go into my project, File Explorer. I created a little shooter, so I'm going to drag this guy in, and there's he here. Okay, so let's create an instance of this little guy, and place him around here. Okay, so there's our shooter. And so what I'm going to do next is I'm going to go into my File Explorer. Here, I'll find my stuff. This is actually a little thing that I want. Yeah, so we're gonna drag this up here. So tiny. Let's make this thing bigger. Zoom out. Let's rotate. Let's move this. Oops. So I'm gonna rotate this 90, so 180. Okay, now 270. Yeah. Okay, so we have our laser. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into my shooter. I'm going to create a script. I'm going to call it shooter. Bam. And now we're just waiting for Unity to work its magic. So we go into shooter. Okay, let's open it up in Visual Studio Code. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to create a serialized field so we can place our prefab or game object inside the inspector. So let's open up our bracket serialized field game object. I'm going to call it laser or laser prefab. Is a prefab. Okay, so the next thing we're going to do is instantiate. Not instantiate, I mean declare. So what we want is speed. So I'm going to call this projectile speed is equal to 10f. That fast. 3f. Okay. And the next thing we're going to do is I'm going to, in my update method, I'm going to call fire If I have my caps on. Yep, I do. Fire. Whoops. And then inside of our fire method, what we're going to do is, so if input dot get key down, so if we push space, I'm going to fire. So we're going to say laser prefab instantiate now it's actually, we can create an instance, so I'm going to call this laser, and then we're going to instantiate our game object, which is laser prefab. Where are we going to do it? Transform dot position. Okay, I'll show you later something cool. We'll transform dot position, and rotation we're going to keep it as fixed dot identity, and we're going to say as game object, just to solidify it. The thing is quite big, so what I'm going to do is that, and yeah. Okay, so next thing I'm going to do, so fire, so if we press that, we're going to instantiate it, and okay, so go to our laser. I'm going to add a rigid body to it so we can edit its velocity. So we have a rigid body. There's my common problem. Sheesh. Fire. I think it's because I'm used to TypeScript and working with Angular, so there you don't really need to declare return types, but and access modifiers. So private void fire, and so what I'm going to do now is I'm going to say our laser. I think I spelled laser wrong. It's actually laser. Laser, yeah, and laser. So of that laser, we want its component. What component do we want? We want rigid body 2D, and what do we want? We want velocity of that rigid body. So new vector 2. So this is going to edit the velocities of vector 2. So in the x direction, we are going to move projectile speed, and in the y direction, we're going to move it 0 because we don't want any y speed. Okay. So we instantiate, we give it speed. Okay, so let's go into here, what I'm going to do is, I could make this a prefab, which I should be doing. So let's go into our shooter, but I'm just going to keep it there. So I'm going to take laser blue, going to move it here. Okay, so guys, let's hit play and see. So if we hit space, we should shoot. Oh my word. And voila, we can make our player shoot. But we don't want it in that direction. So let's go back to our laser. Quaternion.identity. So we're going to say Quaternion Euler. So this is going to rotate the game object. So let's go into hit play. Okay, so this is not this should be 0 and this should be 90. Play. Yeah, and so I don't know if it is left or right, but it's either 90 or 270. But yeah, guys, that's it. But you see, it's not shooting where the gun is, so we have a problem with shooting where our player's position is. So what I'm going to do is, we also need a little thing that destroys a timer or a barrier, but that should be very simple. We'll just add a collider and on collision we'll destroy it. So what I'm going to do is go to our shooter. You can see our position is there. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a new empty. Let's reset this. Reset. So I'm going to add a little icon so I can see it. And then we're going to move I have to do it all again. Create empty, add a little thingy. Let's move this to where our gun is. Okay, so we're gonna make this, gonna call this gun pause. Gun pause. We're gonna add this to, let's make this a child. Going to our shooter. We're gonna go into our script, so we're going to go ship here. Serialize field. Game object, gun pause. So here we're going to say it's going to be gun pause dot transform dot position. So we want our gun position. So go here. Our thing should pop up. And let's put our gun pose here, and let's hit play, guys. And we can see our object's shooting, but it's not showing in the why our prefab isn't showing in the game screen is because of our Z rotation. So if we equate this to 0, let's hit play. We should see our man shooting our lasers. That's it for the tutorial, guys. Hit subscribe, like this video. You can download my first game and play it in the Play Store on Android only. You can follow me on Instagram. I'll leave a link to that, and join our Discord server, guys, because that's where most of the information is. And yeah, guys, thanks for watching. Cheers. Bye bye.